What is going on, everybody? I am Rob Westerman, the third of GBP Daily, and thank you for tuning in to the Rob Westerman Show. You can find me all over the social sphere at GBP Daily. Shoot me a follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit me up in the DMs. I am always available to talk Packers anytime, any day. And today is Tuesday, November 4th, kind of jogging our way through the week, at least as far as anything Packers related goes. The bad loss on Sunday, of course, we've talked about that. The heartbreaking news regarding Tucker Kraft yesterday. My heart is shattered. I just am so bummed out for Tucker. It's been a rough few days for us Packers fans, but the sun will rise again. Luke Musgrave is in line to take over as tight end one, and some of us may forget, but we did draft Luke Musgrave before we drafted Tucker Kraft, and he didn't get a lot of action, basically due to injuries and due to Tucker Kraft himself just being so already ready. And so, yeah, we are going to see a lot more Luke Musgrave going forward. And hopefully he is up to the task because we have not seen that much from him at this point in his career. Matthew Golden, little injury update here. Matthew Golden left Sunday's game with a shoulder injury, is said by coach to be day to day. Colby Wooden is deemed to not be long-term, and same goes for Aaron Banks. Aaron Banks, not the greatest of free agent signings by Brian Gutekunst so far. He's been injured with, I think, like a calf, a groin, a back, a quad, a hamstring, and he went out of Sunday's game with a stinger. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on there in Banks. He's pretty injury prone, and that's unfortunate. Obviously, you can't control that. But so far, the Aaron Banks return on investment is not there, at least up to this point. Hopefully, he'll be ready to go for Monday night against the Eagles. My man Diaz in the chat. No trade that I've seen at this point. Who TF are we getting? I haven't seen anything, and I don't expect to see anything, unfortunately, as much as I would like to see a tight end, maybe a corner. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be seeing that, but we shall see. We'll get in the chat here in just a minute. Lucas Van Ness has the potential to return this week. So that is great news. And after the dud that our pass rush had on Sunday, we'll take any help that we can get. So, all right, if you're planning to go to a Packers game this year, maybe you're planning a trip to Lambeau on Monday night. Maybe you still don't have tickets. Don't buy your tickets anywhere else other than TickPick. They guarantee the cheapest Packers tickets on the market. And in fact, if you find cheaper tickets elsewhere, they will refund you 110% of your money back. Same tickets as everybody else. StubHub, SeatGeek, Vivid Seats, Game Time, Ticketmaster, anybody. And TickPick still is the cheapest every single time. Use the code Packers22 for an extra $22 off the already cheapest tickets on the market. Dontavian Wicks, a lot of questions rolling in. He is expected to be back this week as well. So both him and LVN is on track to hopefully they have the potential to return this week. So nothing imminent, but they both have the potential to return. So both positive updates for both of those guys. Let's hop into the chat here, shall we? And as always, if you want to be a part of the show, give me a call on the Nicolet Law hotline, 319-242-2332. Family owned and operated since 2007 with decades of combined legal experience. Nicolet Law's team of compassionate local attorneys are prepared to meet your unique legal challenges head on. Nicolet Law is just shy of 2,000 five-star reviews that have helped their clients recover over $350 million in the last 17 years that they have been in business. Injured, get Nicolet. My man Diaz, will all the trades the Eagles, let me scroll back up here. Will all the trades that the Eagles make be available for the Packers versus Eagles game? Yeah, they will be. And that means Jair Alexander will be on the team. Who knows if he'll be active? I'm sure he will. So that means we're going to be going up against Ja on Monday night. And if it's the Jair that has been playing this year, shows up on Monday night, then I have no concerns because unfortunately it looks like he has maybe lost a step. But who knows, right? He's going to be out for a little bit of vengeance, I'm sure. He always plays hard, and when he was with us and healthy, he was great. But unfortunately, with the injuries and whatever else that led to the depart of Jair, looks like he's lost a little bit of the step. I've watched a few Ravens games that he's been in there, specifically the one against the Bills, and it looks like he was getting cooked quite a bit. But for his sake, I hope he has a healthy and strong finish to his career. Hopefully, just not against us, right? Love me some Jair. Was one of my favorite Packers during his time on the squad. So the trades that the Eagles make, yes, they will be available. They'll be on the team. Who knows, injury-wise, or if they just determine to activate said players. But yeah, they're on the squad, and they'll be ready to roll if they can go on Monday night. And that includes Jair Alexander. Thank you, Diaz. Appreciate you as always. Sajumon. I butchered that. I'm sorry. We don't need new players. We need confidence. I'm with you. We might need some new players along the offensive line, but we're not going to be getting any of those guys. The offensive line has just been cheeks so far this year, and that's been the biggest problem. But we've got some studs on our team, and yeah, if we can kind of just get out of our own way, I think we're going to be a lot better off than what we were on Sunday. That is for sure. Scott, as much as I would love to see our Packers make some moves, I think we don't do anything. Goot loves his draft picks too much. We are already the youngest team in the NFL. We don't need draft picks. We need vets. Yeah, and you need some, it's not rookies, but you don't need, some old dudes, right? So yeah, we'll see. I'm not going to hold my breath. I don't, after years of holding my breath on trade deadline day, I've learned to not hold my breath. So I did hear some rumblings, and Yosef comes into trade deadline day. Who are we getting? I've learned to not hold my breath, right? But there are some rumblings about the Packers trying to trade for Michael Mayer, the tight end for the Raiders, out of Notre Dame. But nothing imminent, just conversations and phone calls, and Brian Gutekunst's doing his due diligence on anybody that he may find interesting. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all that we'll end up doing today. But we'll know for sure in like an hour, 2 hours maybe. We'll know for sure then. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate you for chopping it up in the chat. Jason, I don't think we need to fire Matt like some, but I do think he should consider giving up his play calling. Jason, I am in disagreement here with you, but I completely understand the sentiment, Ray. There were some questionable decisions made on Sunday against the Panthers that directly impacted the game in a negative way, of course. The 4th and 8 decision, bad. The many screen plays called, just bad. And overall, just the inability to let Jordan sling it all over. We can't run the ball. Our run blocking has been garbage. So we just need to let Jordan just go at it. He can. It's just kind of taking the training wheels off and letting him go. So hopefully we'll start to do just that, and things will look hopefully things will look a little better on the offensive side, because I don't think handing the play calling over to Adam Stenovich, who has never called plays, is a good idea, in my opinion. So we shall see, though. I've seen crazier things happen, and that changes week to week. So don't come back in week 17 when LaFleur, hopefully not going to happen, but hands play calling duties over and say, I told you so. Because I don't think at this moment in time we should do that. So thank you, Jason. Appreciate you. Hey, even though we disagree, I appreciate you coming in the chat, chatting it up as always. My man, Rakeem, in the house. Even though the Panthers game was absolutely atrocious, I still have faith in the Pack. By the way, before the deadline is over, I need to see a trade, preferably for another corner. Rakeem, we made a big trade, but it was just a couple months ago, right? Micah Parsons. That name's got to ring a bell, right, Rakeem? I wouldn't mind seeing a corner myself. Keyshawn Nixon, Carrington Valentine, say what you wish, right? I personally don't think that is a corner duo that is going to be able to take us through the playoffs and into the Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl. And that should be the expectation for this year and years to come is Super Bowl or bust. That's how the expectation should be in Green Bay. And I don't think Carrington Valentine and Keyshawn Nixon are Super Bowl type corners or playoff type corners. But and Nate Hobbs, he's hurt. So I'm still holding out hope for Nate Hobbs. So I have not completely written him off. That is for sure. Thank you, Rakeem. I appreciate you hopping in. Have yourself a great Tuesday. CJ, so we lose our tight end one and our quarterback goes down and guys just sit on his boot and Goody just sits on his booty at the deadline. Bro, we got Philly on Monday. We might be cooked. CJ, there's a reason that these guys are getting traded. It's because their team, and I'm not coming at you, of course, and you already know this, but the guys that are getting traded, those teams are trading them away for a reason. And I think when it comes to the trade deadline, you're probably going to have to be giving up more than what they're actually worth. So guys like, Denzel Ward, I heard name mentioned, Asante Samuel Jr., who had some spinal procedure done. I don't think those guys are going to come in and lock down Devonta Smith and AJ Brown or AJ Brown and Devonta Smith or Justin Jefferson. See here. Wow. A big, and I'm kidding, free agent signing by the Packers just came in. The Packers are signing free agent wide receiver Michael Woods to the practice squad. Hallelujah. We've done it. I kid. Michael Woods is being signed to the practice squad. Woods was with Cleveland from 2022 to 2024. So the whole narrative of trade deadline day, right? Everybody wants these big name guys. I would like a Michael Mayer. Sure, why not? But here comes Goody, and he's signing Michael Woods. Never heard of him, ever, to the practice squad. So there you have it. I kid. Do not shoot the messenger here. Tracy, the Tucker Kraft news hurt more than the loss on Sunday. Yeah, it definitely did, Tracy. He was having an elite year, led the tight ends in a bunch of categories, and someone that we really needed to stay up there as far as Super Bowl favorites goes. We still have a chance, of course, but losing Kraft is a massive blow. So I was talking to a buddy of mine today, and I said that I'd rather us lose the next 3 games than to lose Tucker Kraft for the rest of the year. So that may be an exaggeration, but he is that important. But no more doom and gloom, right? It is time for Luke Musgrave to step up big time. All right, guys, that is going to do it for me today. Thank you again for tuning in. Always love talking Packers with you guys. Hit me up on social media at GBP Daily. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Any sort of interaction helps myself and helps the page. I will be back and at it again tomorrow. Thank you again for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys later. Thank you.